Good evening. My name is Azalea Wheeler. I am an adjunct instructor at a community college here in Nebraska, and my content area that I teach in is hospitality and restaurant leadership. For my educational background, I actually graduated from the same program that I currently teach in 2014 with an associate's degree. After I received that degree, I furthered my education in business and graduated with that in 2016. I am currently working on my master's in communication with an emphasis in education and will conclude this program in December of this year, which will give me the opportunity to be able to expand my teaching horizons and teach undergraduate programs at other facilities. Prior to COVID, my professional background was mainly in building operations across several different event centers. With COVID, I have actually switched careers and currently work in a preschool at a Montessori facility where I teach 3 to 6-year-olds. So I have the wonderful ability to be able to instruct a large diversity of ages between being at the preschool and working at the college. I am creating this video to discuss the importance of effective communication in higher education for the purposes of classroom management and creating a positive learning environment. This video will demonstrate strategies to foster effective communication amongst adult learners. The first strategy for effective communication is to be clear. Being clear on assignments, participation, classroom policies, and attendance helps students understand what is expected of them to be successful in the course, in addition to what the university or college expects for them to be successful in higher education. According to Cholo, Eduardo, and Rizzo in a 2020 study, one of the most influential questions that came up in their study when evaluating the feedback on their instructors was the ability for the instructors to be able to provide clear expectations for the assignments to the students. The second strategy to create effective communication is listening to your students. Listening to who they are, their background, experience, and learning preferences helps an instructor be able to apply those to the discussions and assignments, in addition to creating a foundation for relationships with those students to engage them further into the course content. According to McLeod in 2010, instructors who listen to the student's voice and value their backgrounds help students be able to create a diversity in the learning process and make a more inclusive learning for them. The third and final strategy for creating effective communication is for instructors to be aware of nonverbal signals and ensure that positive signals are displayed and delivered. Now, this can be a two-way street. First, instructors need to be aware of their own nonverbal signals to make sure that the intent of their message is being perceived appropriately based on their signals that they are displaying to the students. According to Wood in 2006, when instructors are aware of their own nonverbal signals, they can create trustworthiness amongst the students with the outcome of their message. The second opportunity when instructors are aware of nonverbal signals is for them to recognize when students are providing those nonverbal signals that display frustration, confusion, disconnect, or boredom with the content of what they are instructing in the course. If an instructor is aware of their students' nonverbal signals, then they have the opportunity to be able to adequately and quickly adjust to re-engage those students into the topic by being flexible on the classroom management and on their teaching strategies. Challenges that can arise in communication are misunderstanding of messages and not respecting others' differences. These challenges can create interpersonal conflicts in adults in higher education, which can disrupt the atmosphere and affect the learning environment. To de-escalate these conflicts in higher education, an instructor can summarize what the students are saying, whether it's to a peer or a peer to an instructor. That way they can help provide clarity and bridge that gap of misunderstanding by creating that clear summary of what was being said between each party involved in the communication process. A second strategy that instructor can apply for de-escalating conflicts is to reinstate the value of having diversity in opinions beliefs, values, and experiences, and how those differences create opportunities for us to expand our horizons and challenge our current values, beliefs, and experiences based on what others are mentioning in higher education. These strategies for de escalating conflicts and benefits for having effective communication help students understand and demonstrate and model what effective communication is for using personally and professionally in their lives. That way, they can achieve their goals and ambitions. In addition, for students to be able to create positive personal and professional relationships with these communication strategies, it also helps benefit instructors because they are able to manage their classroom, whether that classroom is in person or in a distance learning environment, for promoting their environment to be positive and creating an effective learning community. That concludes my video on effective communication in higher education. I want to thank you for watching the video that I made today on effective communication for adult learners.